Hello everyone and welcome to the main event of today. The expansion for, the DLC for Battle Brothers Beasts and Exploration has literally just released. I'm saying like 10 minutes ago. And I could not wait to get my hands into this. Battle Brothers is a game I've been thinking about 100 hours since the last 2 weeks in preparation for this DLC because while its graphics are obviously simplified, my god does it offer all the fun that I could want. And even the anger of some RNG situations. But with experience and knowledge, you can make everything better. So we are going to start a new campaign, and we are going to name our band the Baki Brothers, because that obviously makes sense. We're going to randomize everything in permanent destruction, and as our symbol, actually, I kind of like the griffin. And this is obviously the best one. We are going to play on veteran, medium, veteran. The reason for this, I like an average experience. I'm still not the most expert of people, and maybe if we do extremely well on one campaign finally, I'll decide to go ahead and just go for the full experience of expert low. I've seen people do expert, beginner, high. The reason for this is because it's true that, you know, combat is everything in this. However, I believe that there's also an intended gameplay combination averaging out to the same difficulty choices, which also teach you how to deal with shortages and other economic problems you find if you don't go for beginner high. So I'm gonna enjoy it in this mode until I see that any other option is better. So here we go. I'm gonna guess the start is the same. There are a lot of new things that changed in the expansion, in this DLC, and I hope I will learn about them as we go without it being the death of my campaign. But that is only a good hope. Okay, so the start is the same, and since we're only streaming this for the first time, we can... no, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna read the things for everyone. Here's the magic of this game. The story gets made as you play, and if you'd like to enjoy your own story, maybe give the game a shot. I can seriously recommend it. Okay, so we were part of a mercenary band, and the captain gets killed right in front of our eyes. It's this guy over here who misses 100% of the chance and then gets killed. And then we are left with this situation. I only once had a crazy starter where I was able to shoot at the enemy, but never again. So the intention is for you to meet these two first enemies and then see what you can do against them. So, mechanics of the game. Range attacks are pretty strong if they hit. However, every time there is someone in the way of the hit and shields in the way, the damage gets distorted, or the chances to hit rather. So before we move any of our melee units, I would like to use an attack. Let me tell you more about the game. Every unit starts with 9 AP unless conditions change it. And with 9 AP, you're able to do both move or attack actions. Moving cost originally 2 AP, and if the terrain is rough or there's a height difference, it costs 3 or 4 or combination of those. Could go up to 5 and 6, I believe. Attacking has many different abilities depending on the weapons, and in this case we're gonna use the crossbow that this unit has. And the crossbow has a shot of only 2 AP because, you know, once the crossbow is loaded, firing it is easy. But the reload costs 7. So a crossbow unit can not move an attack and reload at the same turn. This axe that we see here is a 200 axe. The attack cost of this is 7, but the power is obviously proportionally stronger. This one has a spear and a shield, and spears are very accurate, and their attack only costs 4. Most 100 attacks, if not all, cost 4. And that means you can attack twice in a round if you are next to an opponent, or you can just move 2 spaces as we're gonna do here, and then attack. But enough of this. I'm considering shooting at the Brigand Thug here in the back, because he has a stronger weapon. Basically, these two are the same weapon types, just this one has a higher tier. But he does have a good helmet, or a decent helmet for the start, so I'm gonna try to kill this guy. And I sit and see what we do out of this. So I'm gonna move my melee unit next to it. Once enemies are, or anyone is engaged in melee, zone of control happens. That means if anyone tries to move to any other spot, whomever is next to it will get a free attack, and if that attack hits, the movement gets cancelled. So escaping out of melee is one of the main problems. Another particularity of melee is that you start surrounding enemies. If you have 2 figures adjacent to the same target, he becomes surrounded. He has to pass a morale check that may lead to fleeing, and additionally everyone gets a higher chance to hit. That's why instead of attacking right now, I'm going to wait with this unit. You can only wait once per turn, which puts you in the next pass of the list of initiatives. And then I'm gonna move him. And this time, because I have now 2 people surrounding this guy, I have a better chance to hit. As you see in the tooltip, surrounded 62%. We swing, we hit, we destroy. 85%, as I said, spears are very accurate. Shoot, and we kill. Enemy moves, gets to hit us through our shield because this is a flail and flails have that ability. And now we see one of the problems. If we have our guys engaged in melee with others, that means we could hit our guys. And trust me, that happens a lot. So don't do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move here, and then I'm going to shoot. And miss. We pass the turn with that. We move first in order to grab things from this. We slash them in half. Sadly, we destroy the... maybe I should have taken care of that. So we destroy the helmet. That means we won't get it. But at least the battle is over and we took 0 damage for it. There's experience in the game. Everyone will gain levels, and all brothers have the same perks that they can learn from. But the choices of them are vast, which means you are able to create different compositions or different tactics as you would like to see. We did get their weapons, and I guess the flail is not the worst, but it's really nothing to write home about. So I'm kinda happy about this. Right, so the way the game works in the meta layer is that the world is randomly generated. As you see, this seed has provoked this world. For the expansion, the world has been enlarged, so I now see this entire area of fog. It's pretty big, and we will get to explore that one day, but it is not this day. Additionally, there's usually 3 houses or 3 owners of villages in the world. You can see, I think we can even catch the names: Grauwall, Grimund, and Steinwall. So a lot of walls. And for now, ownership of the cities is not very relevant to us, but in the future we may want to ally with some of them if they declare war on each other, or we may see how things change in the world. Even later things can go crazy, and maybe there's an orc invasion coming and destroying like this border towns if we don't defend them in time. The world can change. However, knowing a bit about the world is very important from the standpoint of view that cities have different things attached to them, for example a harbor, and from a harbor you can take a ship to immediately reappear at any other city with a harbor for money. So for example, we know that anything in the south can basically allow us to teleport from one point to another, which is pretty cool. What else is there? We can also see there's houses, fishing huts. So because there are fishing huts here, fish in the city is going to be cheaper than in any other place. And additionally, we may encounter fisher background brothers to hire. For the case of the herbalist grove, it means the medicines will be cheaper in this town and so on. So you see, by looking at the world, we learn about things that we may want to care about in the future. Mushrooms are food, herbalist again, so this area will be very good when we need to supply ourselves on medical supplies. Leather tanner, I think this is a crafter, we will see later. We'll find out what they can do for us. However, things of importance when you look at your world. Ruins, that's bad. It would have been great if this logging camp had been active, so I really hope the city repairs their logging camp. Wood is a very unique resource in the game, which also is the only way to get a very special bow. But additionally, wood means there's lumberjack brothers in the game, which have very good stats as well, or these average and above stats. More ruins, more cities. I'm actually only looking for hunters and wooden logger camps. The reason I'm looking for a hunter is because hunters have the best starting range stats of the game. So if we want range bros, that's usually the place we want to go and recruit them from. Militia barracks. This existing in the city means that they have their own defenders, but also that I may encounter retired soldiers as brothers with backgrounds. That's all interesting. Here's a lumber camp, and here's a hunter's cabin. Okay, so we need to remember Frei de Wald. This is a city we will try to fulfill most of the missions from. This will give us access to a lot of things, especially because the more friendly you are with the city, the cheaper the prices, and so on. Do they even have a Fletcher? They do not. That's a shame. You've never been to this place. Okay, so as long as we haven't visited the place, we don't know what's in there. And I guess we should begin with that. So we go to Ottendorf. The people from the starting quest tell us, hey, do you want to go back and kill this guy? This is always offered to the player in any campaign start. We're gonna say yes, because they offer us 400 monies for it. And the fight is decently sized, so this is kinda like the tutorial if you want. The game is really not telling you much. This is something you learn only by acting, by doing. Alright, new mechanics that happened in the expansion. We can now try out recruits in order to see what perks they have in them. Usually what would happen is we would hire someone and this someone would come with surprises. Usually bad surprises, like, I don't know, his resolve is too low or he hates a thing. And now with the tryout mechanic, even though we have to fork out some money, we can see how good or bad a person is. Now the backgrounds have a very, very strong incidence on what type of brother we can make out of it. For example, beggars and vagabonds have really bad starting stats, and this is also why they're cheap. So I may consider hiring them, even though they have low stats, just to have bulk in my party, and then I will not get extra sad if they die. There's an extra added cost, so you can see the difference between this guy and this guy, which is their gear, in addition to the possibilities. So because this guy has a hat, a farmer's hat, he costs a bunch of more money, 130. But his salary is lower, so you know this could be an option. However, what I'm gonna do, because this is the start of the game and I don't really care about much about my bros, I'm gonna take the day teller. They are a little bit below average, but not too much for me to care, and they are extremely cheap, so that's the reason I'm taking them. And as we can see, this person has actually a lot of melee accuracy. I guess this is a random benefit. He has lower initiative, and it's even lowered further by their trait, but I really don't care much about initiative, at least not right now. So we're gonna put this person here. This person's gonna stay somewhat in the back. We're gonna do a tiny formation like this, and we will see who else we pick up before we have our first fight. And because I like them, let's put this thing on them. We can also check the market. In the market, the first thing we always need to buy whenever we are low is food. Currently we are eating 8 provisions per day. That's not a lot, so that's fine. But usually you're interested in checking. For example, as we mentioned, the healing herbs are there. and that's a lot of healing herbs for a very regular price. I'm happy we don't need them now. I'm tempted to buy just one because it's nice to have, but I'm gonna leave it like it is. In general, spears are a great starting weapon. The spears allow you to keep enemies at bay if you are inclined to do so, and also be very accurate regardless of someone's accuracy, right? So they have like a bonus 15% chance to hit, and that's really good. So, things we want to buy at the start of the game. We're looking for some good pieces of armor. These are, I'm gonna call them minimum, so I'm not even gonna bother buying them. We're also looking for polearms, or in this case pitchforks, because pitchforks have a melee range of 2, which is great because you can then create a wall in the front and have your melee guys in the back. Have your range 2 guys in the back. There we go. And then what else do we have here? I think I'll buy them a shield. Shield is nice. And we're gonna buy this spear in particular because it is semi-destroyed, but we can repair this with tools. And because it is so destroyed, the market value is so low. So I'm gonna buy it. And then we're gonna give this person this and this. And is there any form of hat that we can buy that is cheap? Yep, this hood. It's always important to have a little bit of everything. Because a good hit to the head can just kill your brother if you're not careful. Alright, quest also suggests us to go to this second city, find out if there's more brothers we can recruit, which by the way we need 2 more of. So recruit at least 3 more men. It was 1 back here. Then we get some little bit of intro into how the mechanics could work. It's a little bit of fluff if you want. This town has already a lot of problems, so I already see 3 possible quests we could take on here. That's interesting. Rat catchers are interesting. They have ways to get food or lose food depending on your luck. Caravan hands are very, very decent, so I may consider them. And of course, adventurous novels would be great, except they cost an insane amount of money. So I'm thinking currently caravan hand, very tempting. Maybe we try him out. No, we don't. We need to. So yes, I know 80 money is not much, but at the beginning it is. And since we're paying already 500 for this guy, we hope it's great. And it's very decent. Yes, that's a very decent person. Which means we're gonna do all we have in our power to keep this guy alive. So if anyone is watching and wants me to change their name into one of the bros, please let me know. Having someone that will gain plenty of melee skill at the beginning is surprising, let's say. Okay, let's put this here. What I also noticed is that there is no one else with range properties. So I'm going to get the rat catcher. Ah, wow, he's even more decent. Oh, what is this? Fear of beasts. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, so this guy cannot be in the front lines, which means we'll put him back here. Because even though he could level up morale a lot, every time he rolls he will be at minus 20 against beasts, so he should never be touched by beasts at all, ever. And of course that's not gonna happen all the time, but it may happen. I write these reminders. Maybe he could be my bannerman. As crazy as this sounds, banners are not affected by temporary losses, and this guy can level up his resolve quickly. So as crazy as it sounds, I think that's what we're gonna make him do. Alright, let's check out what else do we have here. Those prices are insane, but it's very nice to know that we have a dye producer. Dyes are trade goods, so they have really no value to us other than buying them somewhere and selling them somewhere. And it could be really cool. To paint it, this item will be consumed, so we have paint to paint. Ah, that's what dyes are for. That makes sense. Okay, so we can paint shields, helmets. Okay. This seems to be fluff only, so let's not do that. However, oh, look at this. Look at this. I really like these armors. They're very decent. And I think I'm gonna buy some of them for sure. You're decent. You're decent. We cannot pay the third one. And how about some of those? 45 is very decent. Okay, let's see what we got. We go back here. This armor is decent. This armor is more decent, more decent. You know what? This person is also pretty interesting. So we want to kind of keep him alive. You get this. You get this. You get this. You get this. That's nice. And regarding helmets, you get this one and you get this one. And I think I need one more helmet. Can I pay one more helmet? That's surprisingly cheap, but we cannot really buy it. We're kinda out of money. This is a fine option. It's cheap. Okay, so again, having a medium starting money means we need to really take care of how much we spend. Even looking at food, but there seems to be none. We paid extra prices a little bit because these people are terrified. However, there was no other option really. We had to do it. You know what I'm missing? This person doesn't have a weapon. Now he has a 200 weapon. We really had to pay because the start of the game is very brutal. And yes, we could have just let people die, but I kinda like my people. So let's get quickly on to this. I already see it's going to happen in the forest. Actually, I hope it happens in the forest. And if we get a little bit lucky, we'll get some cool things out of it. Before we go in though, I'd like to take this dagger out. Wait, what is this? Ah, I didn't check what my main characters can do. Okay. Swift, he has range defense. That's nice, it's for free. Right, he gains extra experience. That's very nice. But that's not very nice. Actually, it's just a trade-off. It doesn't really matter. And Bright again. Wow, that's impressive. And then again, a hesitant person and another hesitant person. That's actually perfectly fine. Those are not really great things to modify how we play. You don't have a shield. Am I just that mean that I forgot to get you a shield, Humbert? No, Haribert. Apparently I am. Well, if you don't have a shield, then grab the dagger. If you are only using a one-handed weapon and you don't use an offhand, like a shield, there's something you can use. That means you deal extra damage with your melee attacks. So we're gonna give this a shot, and we're gonna try to protect that guy from ranged attacks as well. The reason we want to attack at night is because at night ranged attacks are less accurate. I think this is the bandit leader, yeah. We will try to get this armor, I just have no idea how. We will pray, I guess. So ranged attacks have less chance to hit, which means it's good news for us because we don't like ranged attacks at this point in the game. And I will show you exactly why. So we wait, we let the archer go first. That's a 40% chance. Look at the damage dealt by just this. Okay. So their enemy archer went to a very good position. That's gonna be annoying. What we want to do instead... Okay. So we want to take on this guy last. That would be ideal. So what I want to do is go north, hit here, hit here. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna punch. Good. We're gonna move forward. We already waited, so we cannot wait anymore. We can wait no longer. So we hit. I don't see why the dagger is so far behind, but whatever. I don't know why we cannot act with him. Maybe I just clicked way too much. 67, 67, the chances are the same, but this is likely to be a kill. But this guy has a strong flail and I want to kill it, so... Okay, that was not a kill, but we tried. Okay. So Hogarth is wasting time, which is great for us. And now we will try to grab a nice hit on this guy. That was decent. And we make it hit here. Ouch. And more hits. Good. Good defenses. Let's see what the archer does. Miss. Miss. Thank God it's nighttime. And now I'm considering moving here. So I'm not taking any shot except this, because there's a chance I hit my guys. And if I shoot here, there's a chance I just hit the bush, as it's indicated by the UI there. I could move forward to try to get the enemy archer, but that requires a little bit of luck and a lot of effort. Instead, I'm gonna take the high ground and shoot someone that has no chance of hitting my friends. There we go, we miss. That's the turn. Okay, regarding kills, always look for weapons first. This weapon is more dangerous than this weapon, even though this one can stun. So we go for the kill and we get the kill. Then we go for a second kill. And what we will do now is some sort of waiting mechanic. I'm gonna activate Spear Wall, which is only enabled for spears. And this will make it so that I get a free attack on anyone that is trying to move into melee range. And if they get hit, they get pushed back, which means they will basically bounce and waste time. Usually what the CPU does to prevent this is either go away, like circle around, or they will raise their shield and move. And I am perfectly fine if they do that and I miss, because that means they will spend their entire turn doing just that, just moving in. That means no attacks on me. Okay, so now I'm going to move over here and attack this person. The reason why I moved is because now I get the movement bonus, not the movement bonus, the... Ooh, this is hard. Surround bonus, there we go. So we got the surround bonus. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe I can just throw the net at this person. And then he'll have to struggle. You know that? We will do that, but after he moves in. So that's cool. We will not fire. We'll just wait. So shields up, moves in, gets hit, moves in, doesn't get hit. Still, that worked exactly as we predicted. Triple surround, extreme chances of hitting. This person is now fleeing. So fleeing is a mechanic that means that they have failed their morale checks. And once they're fleeing, if their turn comes, they will only try to move away from me. And that means we will get all the attacks of opportunity for free. Which means I can basically ignore this guy for now. Because this is our real prize. So we hit straight on the armor. That's exactly what we didn't want to do. But maybe this is how this fight will have to go. If you destroy the armor before you kill an opponent, then you don't get that armor as loot. It's as simple as that. However, I don't think I really have many choices here, mainly because this guy is strong and I don't want to give him a lot of leeway. Okay, so what has happened here? We hit the head and his head has no protection, which means if we're a little bit more lucky, we may kill him right before his armor expires. This is also the reason I'm equipping the dagger. If I do this, I have extremely low chances to hit, but this puncture attack goes through armor protections, which is basically a way to farm the armors of the opponents. However, I will throw the net first. That means his defenses are lowered. If you see, 11% was before, now it's 27%. But also, I deal more damage with my attacks, because now I'm again using two hands for a one-handed weapon. So we will roll this 27, as low as it is. And we actually hit. That's amazing. And we can even use the shot of this person, now that we liberated his surroundings for this. He tries to move, he gets a free attack, and dies. Someone will have to chase that archer, so we send him forward. And we will continue to give shots with the dagger, because we just may get it. So I'm going to pass the turn with the archer. There's nothing else to do. I could attack with this. I believe this has a little bit of a chance, extra chance to hit the head. Is that correct? 5% more chance to hit the head. But if not, we just destroy the armor and then we kill him. Okay, we can... You know what? Yeah, we can wait. So the dagger has 30% chance. No. Yes! Okay, so we got the hit, we got the kill. And I believe that enemy will run away from me. And there's nothing I can do, because he was running first. It's over. Normally you can say run them down in order to try to kill all the enemies. But that guy moved before me and also was more away than any of my guys could close in. We didn't get the armor. Game. We deserved the armor, but we didn't get it. It's fine. But we got some loot that we can sell, cloth rolls, and then a few weapons that are useless, tools, that's nice, and a shield. That's the best part. Actually, the best part is that none of our guys even got hit. So, props on us for being careful. Let's finally give him a weapon and a shield. Now we're more equipped, I'm gonna say. And someone has leveled up. As you can see, so perks go down in tier. You unlock 1 tier per level. And until level 11 you can choose anything of what you've seen before. We are going to start all our brothers with student. I am a strong believer that it's better to level up more than to choose emergency things faster. And as you see, the stats that have stars are the ones which are more likely to increase a lot in. Unlikely, we got ranged attack, which we really don't look for in this character. So we're gonna level up his health, his fatigue, which allows us to use more armor. And I am deciding between one of these 3 stats. Maybe ranged defense is more useful for the beginning. The reason why I'm looking at this +3 is because +1 is a very bad roll, and any other time we could get 1, 2, or 3. And choosing +1 may be a waste for this stat, because normally this could also be just 1, 2, or 3. So the fact that we rolled a 3 makes it attractive, so we level it. A little bit of defense is not crazy. Okay, so we return to the town. Everyone parties. We get a little bit of money, which is great. And we can now access the market again and see what we want to do. If you remember, the last time we checked this price, it was 202. Now it's even lower, so that's good. And what we will do is we'll start selling everything we do not want to deal with right now. We'll keep the dagger. Who is the highest chance to hit? 60, you are. We put the dagger as a secondary weapon. Daggers have no weight, which means putting them as secondary has no penalties. And it also means later on we can just equip them and tap people. So that's pretty good. We'll sell this, and this is a short sword for which they're paying us a lot. So I'm very happy to sell it. Is there anything else I would want here? I'm totally looking for another farmer pitchfork, but I see none. So that's a shame. We now have some money, however it's really not a lot. So we will try to find out what Brunnenland wanted from us. Soon we'll need to buy more food. I guess we'll take care of that shortly. We absolutely need more tools, so it will be good to find a city with tools. And this is how most of our game will go. We will find cities, we will see contracts, and we will decide which one to take. They want us to kill people. We always will ask to be paid more once. If you ask again, maybe you'll get it, but maybe they'll also reject you and deny the thing. So once is 100% safe all the time, and some of the times you get more money. So drive to brigands off. Okay, so this is attack a place and kill the enemy. We can temporarily pause the quest by saying I will look into it later. Grave robbers are plundering a cemetery. Actually, grave robbers are my favorite initial contracts because they are usually not super well equipped, but some of them may have something you want, so that's pretty good. What does this person want us to do? Find the remnants somewhere. Interesting. I've never had this. So I guess this is an exploration and maybe I should have read more about this, especially now that the DLC is out. Okay, so we will return to... Nope, that's not it. I'm very confused. Ah, no, I was correct. It was the second one. Yes, okay. So we will go to this place and we will secure this location. We really wanted to fix their problems, their disappearing problems, but apparently we are not offered a contract for that yet. So we will just move over here, and we have some personal objectives we want to fulfill at the start of this game, which are get your guys back to some decent gear, get your party up to at least 12 again, and so on and so on. So this time we attack in daytime. We hope that the grave robbers have no ranged units, and we now get to see a little bit of what could be in this game. Elevated terrain is absolutely insane, so we are gonna want to be on it. If we move right here, we'll make sure that for next turn we'll be the ones on elevated terrain, and this increases our chances to hit by a lot. And since we know that the enemy will want to move forward, because we have the ranged units and they don't, we can count on anything beyond 3 spaces being absolutely safe. So I'm gonna move this guy over here. I'm gonna wait with my ranged character because I know they will move forward, and distance subtracts from your chance to hit. I'm gonna wait with this unit. Someone is gonna get up. That's a decent trick. I didn't count on that. Okay. So we're gonna start attacking right now then. I should have moved my unit here. Shame. Okay, so these units moved away because they know that high grounds are bad for them. However, we really want to kill this guy, so we surround him as much as we can and we start attacking. The 2 range melee things require 6 AP, which means we can only move 1 step before attacking, while still being able to attack, basically. And this means we can do what I call sneaky stabby. Move 1, attack 1. And we will use that to our advantage, or at least try. We will actually target this guy over here, because he has no helmet, and if we get a headshot, it becomes a kill. Okay, we hit, so it's not a kill, but it's fine. And then we'll put this guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll keep him here, and we'll activate the shield wall. I need someone to still stay around the ranged unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's bad. But this is as best as we could find. A little bit of a shame. If I had remained away with this guy, I could have just used the AoE attack, which I have to say I never got to use. But right now I would hit my own units if I did that. Of course I could dodge, maybe, but if I'm not lucky, I don't dodge. So instead what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just try to kill someone. This person has a shield, this person has no shield. This person has a dagger, that's sneaky. This person has a sword. I think the dagger is actually more capable of damage. But this guy is using no shield, so that's also tempting. Let's kill this guy. Excellent. So the way two-handed axes work is that they hit both the head and the body, basically meaning they deal 150% damage by default, which is absolutely crazy. But the bad part is that the damage gets divided. So if people have both armor in the body and in the head, you're spreading your damage out. But this person had nothing on the head, which means if I hit, I am hitting the head automatically, and usually that's enough for a kill. This is even the lowest tier of axes, so we got to see how strong they are. Okay, unit moves in, tries to attack and fails. Thank you. And as I mentioned, shields up and then they attack. This guy is trying to go around in order to hit the ranged unit, who will probably get attacked by this person anyway. But we will see what we do. We stab and fail. Flails are actually decently good against shields. Not only do flails have increased chances to hit the head, which makes it great to attack shields. People with no helmets. They also evade shields defense. So for example, this guy has... Normally we would be able to hit only for 48% chance. But if we use the first attack, which dodges the shields, we have 63. And that's a kill. For the second guy, because we want to bet on the one-hit wonder, we will use the secondary attack. All secondary attacks have special effects, but also cost a lot more fatigue. Fatigue builds up, and you can think of it as a reverse mana. Except, of course, moving costs mana in this game. Every turn you regenerate 15, and as long as we have mana, we can attack, we can do the special abilities. So right now we're gonna go for this 60%, and my god, was that a nice hit. Okay, so things that are happening here. This guy is now in melee range of our ranged unit, which is pretty bad, because it means we won't be able to reload. So crossbow is still able to attack, but we cannot reload, which means we can only begin attacking. Okay, so we want to try to kill this guy before he has any effect on us. This guy is practically dead. Also, he's about to flee, so I'm gonna try to ignore this guy. Maybe he dies in some other way. He also got a fracture skull, which, if I remember correctly, lowers every stat in the game. That's pretty good. So we'll shoot at this 60%. It's a very nice shot. We hit the head, and that means he's much lower on it. And now we'll try to kill him with the 2 range. Now you can see the multiple uses of 2 range. We could also go for this attack, which has a little bit more of a chance to hit. No, both of them have. Okay. Which pushes the target away. But... okay, which pushes the character away. However, we really just want to kill this enemy, so we will attack like this. Sadly, we didn't hit, and we will have to pass the turn in sadness. Let's see if we can kill this. There we go. Ah, this person is now panicking. That's amazing. Nothing we can do here. And now, because this person is panicking, we can reload. And instead of reloading, what I'm gonna do is run away from this guy who tried to go all around the circle to get to me. This guy will get to escape probably, but I really do not care about that. So, on to the next enemy. Attack. Decapitate. We've been very lucky with our attacks this early game. Especially because we're still absolutely not hurt at all. We'll move a little bit, starting to aim for others. There we go, that's the damage I'm talking about. Damage I'm used to. We'll move here for 2 reasons. 1, we want to make it harder for this guy to run away now again. And then 2, we want to kill this guy because he's still able to move. That's a hit, I guess. Okay, we got the kill on that guy. So now a little bit of a change from the DLC. The 2 ranged melee weapons have worse chance to hit on targets that are nearby. However, this guy is surrounded by 3 and also no shield, so we just get the kill. And then I will move over here. This person still is locked in combat with this other guy, so there's really not many options he has. I'm going to wait, because the flail guy will come from behind. And not only put him in fear mode, but also give me the surround bonus. We missed the attack, but this battle is already over. Again, we took very little damage, with actually no health damage, which is very decent, and we only took a little bit of armor damage. But more importantly, we got 2 really good armor pieces. Very decent. We take the stash. This is what I mentioned with liking the Gravediggers at the beginning of the game because they are very killable and still they give us stuff. Usually because they have no helmet. Okay, so melee person, you're gonna get... By default, I like to bring up health, fatigue, and melee chance to hit. However, I see that this person already has enough health for the start of the game. We will get him more later. But right now I saw a +3 roll on melee defense. And even though we start at 0, any melee defense is really valuable, especially later on. So if this character survives and survives, who knows what he can get to. Now the question between fatigue and health is really about which one I care more about. And I think for now I'm gonna go for... Ooh, that's a hard choice. I think health. 60 is a very good number, but 105 is also a very good number. So Caravan Hands showing their stats. Very good. Again, take student, level up. What can this person do? Okay, so he can stop some missile attacks. We'll give him the melee defense. As you see, this guy has way lower health. So we ignore the +1 here, it's very lame. And we put the points over there. Horik, what can you do? You're a 1 fatigue person. I use these titles as a reminder for myself of what these characters are able to do. So that I remember what I wanted to focus them on. To melee, sorry. See how you level. Because of the stars, I have now just rolled a single 1, which is a bit of a shame. Usually you roll 1, 2, 3 and then you get added the stars to the result. So you can see a 3 here, a 2 here. So I've rolled a 1 for both of them, but they're still extremely good rolls. We'll get the health up a little bit. The fatigue is already pretty decent. Okay. And finally, I really don't care much about these stats, but these rolls are so decent that I really want to take them. I'll take the +3 defense here, and then I'll take a little bit of health. +3 is very decent health. Sometimes you get +1. I think the rolls for health are 1 to 4, actually for all of these. So I'll take the +3. Finally, this guy. It seems like we distributed the experience really well. +3 chance to hit. Thank you very much. +4 health. This is very needed. And we said you could be the sergeant person, so we're gonna increase your morale. Increasing the morale will anyways be decent, because this guy gets penalties to crazy things. So it's not bad from the get-go. We return to the city, where we get paid our money. No longer terrified villages. That's really good. That means the prices will get decent. Do we get a butcher? No, we should not. I mean, these prices are still crazy, but that's because there's caravan raiders that are stopping them. Which may be these brigand people. So we take the job for these brigand people. Let me see, the tools are still at a crazy price, but we kinda need them. And before we go attacking like crazy over there, we are gonna get you this, and we're gonna get you this, and we're gonna give you this, and we're gonna give you this. So it's all hand-me-downs. Okay, we need allies. So in the game you can also have ambitions, and these ambitions give you an overarching idea of where you want to take your warband. And we have chosen the one where we get friendly with the town. And that's the reason we took the request over there, even though we're not making it right away. I wanted to visit this town to see what they have. They have a kennel, that means we can buy dogs later on in the game. Especially now that dogs can be given a special armor. That's gonna be cool. We want to check their people, and all we see is a militia. Militia, oh my god, look at that price, that's crazy. It's because they start at level 2 and have decent equipment already. That's a shame, I cannot take any of this. But we also want to check this. Ammunition is expensive. How about food? We need food. Let's grab some fish. What else is there? What is this? This is a new weapon. Hammer, two-handed mallet, 40 to 70. Shield damage of 20. Interesting. I think the pitchfork still wins. Yep, let's take it. I think I'm gonna take one of these. They're decent helmets before we start getting the real helmets, and we can equip this guy with something decent. And trust me, a headscarf is not enough for you. Here you go. I'm a little bit upset that we are not finding good people to hire. So before attacking, I think I will visit this other city. This is the city with hunters and what could have been logs. That means we may be able to find some ranged units in here, some ranged brothers. As I mentioned, hunters are absolutely the best ranged possibility of starters, but they're also expensive. Actually, we don't even find one. We just find a poacher. Poachers could be fine. I think I will just take it. Nothing really special to buy here. Also, the prices are high because their caravans have been raided. So this may be a good moment to use the tryout, because I really don't want to spend a ton of money on someone that is not useful. No, I really cannot afford it right now. We just buy the person and we get some stats, I guess. They're not the worst, but they're not decent either. We put the guys like this. Actually, tell me about his other things. So he's unlikely to die, but he's also cocky, so his chances to get hit are very high. That is really bad. He has bonuses to health, but not to ranged. Bonus to range would be the most important thing, because the range stat always starts very low, regardless of who you are. Like, only hunters have more than 50 at the start usually. Also, we got a wonky bow, which is very bad. But we will change all of that one day. Just not today. We're out of tools. That's also really bad. We really hope that this place will lower the prices for us, because we keep doing quests for them. The fact that there are only thugs means it's really gonna be safe for us, since we have 2 ranged units. And they will have to come to us, and we will gladly wait for them. They're using evasive tactics, easy. Okay, so they moved at exactly 2 range from me in some cases, but not in others. I'm gonna put this guy as a shield wall. I'm gonna stay here with this guy. I'm also gonna shield wall with this guy. And then we're gonna start shooting some arrows. So the cool thing about this plan is that the enemy has to come to me. And as long as they don't, they're gonna get hit by arrows. Or maybe hit. Bows have a crazy low chance to hit. However, you can use aim shot to give it a better chance. And usually what I end up doing, if I have situations like this, I just shoot at center mass. By this I mean I will shoot at this guy, and there's a chance I will hit the other 2, but we'll go with it. Miss. Nothing from you. 66% chance on this guy. Actually, this one in the back is the most dangerous, so we're gonna try to shoot him through him. We hit the other person. It's okay. Pass again, and we'll see what they do. As I mentioned, they try to dodge me, which is fun. Because of course we can fall back. This is not a problem for us. But it means that they got close to me. So now I can try to aim. This 42, 41. Let's go with 42. Complete miss. So be it. Okay, and now that they all moved, I I basically have the chance to respawn, and I will gladly do that. I will wait so I can surround. Now I get a good hit. And I want to shoot him dead. Yes. And I'm guessing this guy kinda wants to come here, so I'm gonna use him to intercept. This guy will intercept this way, and shoot. And this guy, you know what? We're gonna let him do that. Let's start consolidating kills, and this guy will wait, and then he will attack wherever this guy went. Ah, he went straight here. Ah, I waited twice with him. I wish the warning was a little better. Okay, we got hit, but it doesn't matter. We are in a very good position right now. We take 2 shots here. We let the odds work in our favor. We take a lot of damage everywhere. A little bit scary. Let's try to shoot him. Good shot. Try to get a kill. Good job. We will move over here and stab to death. And we'll try to get them all killed. Decent. And for the ending, I'm gonna move over here. Nope. Nope. We're gonna go for the surround in order to trigger a panic check. If we're lucky, he will get panicked. We're not lucky. We'll move over here. Oh, we're actually in range to just move and shoot. Still didn't get it. And then... ah, he misses. Good. Another hit to the head, and he's dead. Very decent fights. Very decent start. Okay, what do we have here? More shields, good. One more of these, good. Tools! Oh, this is the best news ever. Okay. Still, what we wanted the most out of this is money. With money you can start hiring little by little the new bros that will compose your band. And no longer ambush trade routes, that's great. So, someone had leveled. So this starter build we will do on everyone in our band, because I have experienced that getting hit on the head can just kill you, and Steel Bro makes it so that getting hit on the head is the best thing ever, since you will be sharing the damage between your armor and your head. So Steel Bro is really good. It makes it so that hits to the head are no longer crits, which means they just do basic damage to your head. And head armor counts as much as body armor then. Really easily the best choice of tier 2. Alright. See, this is what I mentioned before. I didn't take melee skill because it was a 1. Now I get a 3 and I will be a fool not to take it. So we take the 3. 2 is still a good roll for defense, and I think I want to take the 4 of health. Decent. Very decent. So, what else can we do? First, we check the new prices. Tools have gone down to 249. We're gonna buy one of those. But more importantly, we're gonna sell everything. 35, 35, 30, 70. Good. Sell. We are not likely to use this weapon. Sell. We're not likely to use the two-handed axe. Sell. I see nothing here that I want to buy right now. And the people are still the same? No, there's new people. Okay, what did we find? Bertwin, Robert, Arne. Arne is a tailor. Tailors used to have special events, so I'm really inclined on buying a new tailor to see what we get. Yeah, why not? Welcome aboard, buddy. My god, look at these stats. Okay, so the fact that it has 2 stars in melee is already crazy, 2 melee. The fact that it has 3 in health is insane. And the fact that it started with 57 chance to melee hit is just mind-blowing. So we're gonna put him in the back. I'm afraid to lose this guy, especially so early in the campaign. So he's gonna stay in the back for now. Safe and sound. We are going to give, who is also accurate, 59. We're gonna give this guy a dagger and replace his lame weapon for this. I would like another spear to give this guy. Spears at the beginning are just really, really good. So I'm really inclined on using spears. I only swap out for other weapons when we have higher tiers. This is not a higher tier axe, so I'm not gonna go for that. We start making a formation where we protect our ranged guys with side flanks covers. And do we want to hire anyone else? Can we even hire someone else? Okay, so we have 2 butchers, and I don't think I'm desperate enough to go for a butcher. Growing your team slowly also makes it very, very decent. So I have 2 options here. I could just buy this that is already fixed, or I could buy this and then fix it up with like 5 tools, but then I will have a very strong helmet. So I'm gonna do exactly that, and I'm going to give it to someone I like the most, someone like this person. Looking at the growth possibilities of people is really fun sometimes. We're gonna equip this guy with a matching set. I wish there was a bonus for this, but there are none. We bought the tools because we need to start repairing. And now we are ready to go find more quests. So, at the beginning of the game, you can only get quests from small towns, like this one, this icon, and from medium. And these are the 2 places you can go to. If you go to large towns, the lords of the place do not want to talk to you. So you will need to find out how to get that. I'm checking out which places we could go to. This is still in ruins. I think I will start with this. It's a new town we haven't visited yet. And I would want to stay in range of Brunnenland. Our current ambition is to get friendly. And that means we need to go to that same town and do their missions again and again. I saw the word bandits, which means that's what we're gonna get. Drive off brigands at Ancient Look. Yes, sir. Bandits are very decent, especially if they are thugs at the beginning. Thugs usually don't have head armor and they're way easier to kill. Brigands have heavier armor, and we will aim for those once we have secured a few supplies and weapons to allow us for more effectiveness at killing them. Crossing water is okay when there's patches of ice, apparently. Usually there are 2 types of places, those you can scout and those you can't. So apparently this is one of the ones we can't, which means we'll have to engage and see what we get. I would be very sad, oh god. I would be very sad if exactly this happens. Okay, so there are 6 enemies, and I cannot even see some of them. I am inclined to run away from this. Not from the fight, just from the superiority of high ground. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass once because I want to see if they have ranged units. They have 2 raiders and they have amazing pieces of armor. God, I need to find a way to take advantage of this. The real problem is that they have really good defensive positions. Also, these guys are going to be in the back all the time. If I can hit this guy on the head, I will be extremely happy. That was not it. So we're gonna move back here with everyone. The flail guy is going to be key. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make him flank. So we're gonna move all these guys will go back here. Okay, here. I really want these guys dead because they're gonna take this position and it's gonna be horrible. I already predicted. Which means this guy has to go here. Guy has to go here. I put him here because then he's in range of 1, 2, moving and then slashing at whomever gets here. And we'll put this guy over here. And I made a mistake. This guy should have gone up and this guy here, but whatever. Okay, so now I want to let them move forward, and for that I am going to pass everyone's turn once, because that forces these units to either act or stay back here, which is really terrible for them, because as long as they stay back, I am able to shoot. That's an interesting position. We're even able to attack right now. So this is a bait from the opponent, right? So they want me to get off of my high ground in order to attack this thing. I think I'll happily take it, because I probably can kill him before anyone else can do something. So that's a miss. I should not have passed the turn, damn it. And here we can do the sneaky stabbing, as I call it. Very good hit. So this guy has to pass. This guy has to stab. Beautiful. We can get back into position. Ranged units. I am more likely to kill this guy than this guy, so let's go. That's because of the helmet, sorry. As you saw, I hit the head, and that's an amazing hit. And I am very inclined to move here and shoot again. What's the aimed chance? 36. Let's go with that. That's a hit. We will pass the turn, and we will pass the turn. So the good thing about them taking so long to reach me means that I still get to shoot at everyone, and that's really, really good. We'll pass the turn here. We'll pass the turn here, and we will pass because we want this guy to move forward. He will have to go to lower ground, which means everyone here will get a higher chance to hit. Let's finish off this guy. Move into... No, let's not move. Let's not move with this. They will have to... Yeah, they have to engage me. That makes sense. That's okay, that's okay. It's all within the plan. Sneaky stabbing. There we go. In this case, I'm gonna aim for this guy, mainly because of the damage potential, and also if I hit the head, I just kill him. Ah, yes! That armor that he's wearing, I want that. So I'm very happy we got this. And there's 2 people attacking over that flank. It's fine, we'll do something about that. Sadly, I will have to step down with this guy because he's in reach of me, but I am not of him. I could also just go somewhere else, but I really want to kill this guy as well. That's a very good helmet he has. I would prefer not to kill the helmet, but what can you do? At this point, we really cannot choose. That's a good hit. We're gonna do a little bit of sneakage here. I'm gonna move here, shoot once, miss, move back. The reason for this is because I didn't want to hit my guys here at the front. And that's a nice hit to the head. Ooh, as you can see, this weapon, which I will gladly steal from him, deals a lot of damage. Okay, finally. I'm also inclined in using one of the special techniques of the shield, which is to knock back. And if I knock him back, he will be downstairs. And because he already moved, he won't be able to move back. And this gives me 2 very important opportunities. The first one is I will be able to go up and stab him. But the second one is that I won't be hitting myself with my ranged units. So I'm gonna move over here, just so that this guy has this round later. And now I'm going to shoot. 74%, that is just beautiful. And 32 or 48, what do I prefer? I think 48 is nice. Boop! And if I go up here, please don't hit the head. Excellent, that's the kill we wanted. And these guys are already in panic mode. They're fleeing. That's great. This guy, sneaky stabby. This guy is still active. So we're gonna punch this guy instead, because this guy will try to run away. We miss. And we get the kill here. Start moving. We need to give this guy support. So we will move like here and stab. And then we'll move here. And I think if I move here, I can shoot without interruption. That's okay, we missed. I'm gonna move this guy here and not do anything. Ammunition is counted in this game, and I really don't want to spend it on low chance shots. Right, so this guy... Okay, so here's an error from the AI. To be fair, there's not much they can do. This guy has already lost 2 morale steps. The first one is wavering, the second is breaking, the third one is fleeing. And the thing is, if you kill someone, they have to pass a morale check again. So killing this could have made him flee. It didn't. It still didn't. Okay. We're gonna pass the turn with this. What we're trying to do is trigger morale checks until he fails. Because as soon as he fails, he will lose his melee shield bonus thing. Pass, pass, hit. There we go. So now he lost the shield stance, which is a great benefit to my chances to hit. We'll move this guy in melee so that everyone else's chances to hit are better. And then we just finish him off. Phew, what a good fight. We took only damage with him. We took an injury as well, which is a little bit of a shame. But injuries heal. Permanent injuries are the ones you don't want. We got already a very good armor. And a very good shield too. And a very good weapon. And a very good weapon. I can only say this was an insanely lucky situation for the start of the game. Okay, so let's look at our guys. At our bros. Still bro it is. Always, every time, forever. It's completely useless that this guy has so much prowess in ranged. We're not gonna take him to a range path. I know people may think that it's possible to do javelin build or like thrown weapons build and then swapping back to the melee weapons. I don't like that. So we're gonna go melee skill. And then because these are very low, I'm gonna take both defenses. They were +2/+2 and I think +2 is minimum. So I don't want that. Steel bro it is. Melee is very good. +3 is decent. And I will take this +3. No, +2 defense. Even on archers, steel bro is really important because archers usually get hit by other archers, and usually those are hits to the head. I believe. I really don't know how it works. But somehow it feels that the harder a shot is, when they hit, it gets to be a crit, and I hate that. So we're gonna put this on him, we're gonna take this, and we're gonna take the 4, because it was a very good roll. Steel bro all the way. Our new guys didn't level up, that's a little bit of a shame. But it's still, they fought perfectly well. More chance to hit, yes please, +3. More of this, and between 4 health and 4 fatigue, I'm gonna go with 4 health. I'm gonna try to bring everyone to 70 where it's possible. 70 seems like a very decent number to me, at least for most of the content. Later on, things may change. This person even has +10, I didn't count that in, so maybe we don't level his health anymore. To be fair, fat usually goes away eventually, so we should not count just on this. This guy gets the best weapon, 40 to 70, 60 to 80. But chance to hit. Okay, so this is a decent weapon, but only +5 chance to hit. This is an excellent weapon, and it gets more chance to hit, +10. The reason why I put this on the guy who has the lowest attack is because I kind of want to compensate, right? I don't want one hitter to hit all the time and the other to miss their attacks. Still, these are very, very good changes. Okay, this was our crazy guy with a million things. We are happy he survived, and that his armor also survived. His armor passes on to someone else, and then we move on. We have to repair this armor. It's gonna cost us a bunch of tools. But you know what? It made us survive that strong attack. We also have a helm that we can give one of our guys, and I believe who would be best? I like this guy. So let's go there. And let's give you this. And this doesn't change anything, right? Yes, correct. Okay, off we go. We keep accumulating money as much as we can. Our objective is to both fulfill the missions of Runenland, but also slowly get back to 12 guys. Getting back to 12 guys was the other ambition, and usually I get friendly way earlier, so this time I guess we're just differently lucky. Because I love this starting, it's just weird we didn't get a friendly from the 2 missions we did here. But let's see, maybe now they have a new mission for me, now that a few days have passed. And we start to dominate this region with friendliness. Good harvest, conditions, ooh, food is at lower prices. That is new, and that is very cool. However, we need tools the most. Look at the price of food. I'm buying food. Look at the bread. Oh my god, this is super cheap. I've never seen this food so cheap. What is this? Throwing spear. Oh, this is new. Throwing weapon one-handed. Is destroyed on use. Oh my god, that is the worst thing I have ever heard. 45 to 70. Oh god, it's so interesting. But really, like, destroyed on use, that means we need like many in our inventory and then like use them on one shot, and that shot can easily miss. I don't like that. Okay, so we're gonna sell some of our stuff. I want to keep one pitchfork, as fun as that sounds, and then we're gonna keep one of these as a reserve in case of anything. And then a Hyres. Nope, looks exactly the same. We're still not taking butchers. Okay, someone wants to talk to us. Someone wants us to bring a cargo. And you are to receive 2 crowns per head you arrive with. Ah, so I can kill people on the way. 2 crowns per head, that's virtually nothing. Escort a caravan. I see. Provisions all the way are provided to your men. Ooh, that's cool. That's new. And it's really right about here. So I am actually impressed. This is a new mechanic and I like it. We didn't get ambushed, which means no heads to bring. But we got 3 crowns, basically, because this was less than 1 day. And more importantly, I think we now got friendly with the city. Anyone to hire? Oh no. Anything to buy? Eagles, so useless. Maybe they changed them, what do I know? Okay, I always check again on well-supplied cities if anything has changed in them. Maybe they get new things to sell, but that didn't seem to be the case. Okay. They still have nothing. So let's check. Ooh, what's this? Mail patch, worth 400. Plus 20 durability, minus 2 fatigue. Okay, that makes sense. So a new thing that came with the expansion is the addition of attachables. As you can see, right click to drag on armor carried by the currently selected character. We would modify an armor permanently, and plus 20 durability is huge. Please let me be clear. That is really a lot. Plus 30 durability, minus 3 fatigue. This is really good trade-off. Of course, the price is impressive, so we're not gonna do this right now. But for the future, just think. I'm gonna guess there's gonna be the same equivalent for helmets. This is usually the best helmet for archers, and if we could ever upgrade this to a higher status, it just means they get more defense possible. A little bit of fun. Hi MJP. The start of this campaign has been crazy. I have not lost anyone yet, only taken a wound once, and we kept finding cool stuff, including a hook and a pike, which are incredibly strong starters. We only found 2 daggers. That's a little bit of a shame, but we didn't fight a lot of brigands yet. And then I only took 1 injury, which I would call it's very, very decent. However, we're still exploring around. We have not yet found any beast or any what is this? Rebuilding effort. Building materials are high in demand and low in supply. That makes sense. That is new. You never got to see if anyone was rebuilding anything. This is so cool. I really like this game. Maybe high in demand, right? So maybe if we brought here some building materials, they would really buy them high. That is so cool to know. Okay. Animal tracks. So they have something. Brigands have been taking off. Okay. 520. Drive off brigands. Okay, let's do that. They are on the north. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we get close to this, and we're still not told what's in there. I really wish this was a feature, like you could find a way to scout, maybe if you spend time camping next to it. No, we cannot find out anything about it. So we will attack and hope for the best. This is always the most dangerous part. Oh my god, look at this horrible starting position. There are only 4, which is amazing, and there are 4 brigands, which is even more amazing. So the question is, how are we gonna manipulate them into a bad position? How about we start moving back? Every time you start a combat, you start usually at 5 tiles distance, and 5 tiles cannot be covered by normal means, which means some beasts may do it. But the cool part about that knowledge is that as long as you're fighting humans, they can never reach you in the first turn. Only dogs can maybe reach you. And now that we went down here, we are forcing them to step out of their heightened position, which is really cool for us. What I'm considering, so I thought by retreating a little, maybe we will get to see more elevated terrain over here, which would force them again to our side, but we don't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start firing at these people, and they're still super far away from us. So if you really look at this distance, it's very beneficial. We're gonna wait here. I want to move this formation a bit because I made a mistake when moving backwards. So I would like to close that gap. Let's attack. We'll attack the same person. Nothing. And we'll pass again. This is a boar spear here. We really want this thing for ourselves. Okay. See what happens. This guy moves forward. He's still, you know what? He's in advantageous terrain. We cannot stop it anymore. Okay. I want all attacks on the two-handed guy. This is extremely dangerous for democracy. We hit the head. That's a shame. So we'll start moving everyone. Passing turns. The objective here is to, of course, kill this person. But also to surround him as much as we can before we start attacking. That's why we're moving like this. Even though it led to this problem, I will deal with that later. Move, pass. Okay, this archer can no longer attack because now we could hit our own guy. So let's attack this other person. And we missed. Move, and we can now begin attacking. Oh, 2 hits on the head. I really don't like hits on the head in general, but if you keep hitting the head, you know, you just kill him. So I hope this is a head to head. Nope. This, nope. This, nope. Yay, we did it. And we ended up killing him before he could swing that massive axe. I'm choosing to move in melee range of this. I know the situation looks bad, but it's so that they have to spend a turn to either move away or change the weapon. Ooh, okay, that's no longer a good idea. The weapon that they're using is very strong if used with accuracy. Oof. So we have to be very careful about how we move. However, the possible gains from this map are crazy. Again, so I'm really happy about all of this. However, I really need to pay attention. We're gonna try to kill this guy normally, just to get rid of him, because he's very accurate, as you can see. You will move over here, and then you will attack. Or will you push? No, you will attack. You didn't get it. We want to push him away. We want to push him away. Okay. We want to push him away. We want to push him away. That took more effort than I wanted. Who do I want to get closer to? So this guy is more dangerous, but this guy is easier to kill. Well, I guess I answered myself. So, ooh, he gets to... He just waited. That's amazing. Does this gives us time to try to kill this? Nope, that's a fail. And then we'll move here and try to kill this. Nope. Not getting lucky with the hits. So what I'm thinking right now is, if I don't move up here, this guy will just move back here and keep attacking. And I think there's nothing I can do. So I will let that happen. Good thing we moved this guy away from the cliff. We still got the attack we didn't want. Thinking maybe I will focus on killing this guy and put this guy to defend against this for a while. Oh my god. This is also why we always have Steel Bro and why we always protect our head. That was a headshot and it simply killed him. So as you can see, protecting your head is extremely important. Let's shoot here. I'm a little bit afraid for the health of this guy. Okay, so my options are to keep on attacking or to raise my shield. Let's do one attack. That could be a kill if I hit again. Do I risk it? Because, you know, raising my shield, it does give me defense, but he may still hit me twice and that will be the end. But if I hit him in the head, I get nothing. So let's block. Good, bad. But he hit me in the head. Amazing. Exactly what we wanted to hear. Take a shot. That's another miss. I think I want to push him away. So if we push him away, he has to spend 1 point moving here, and then that means he loses one attack. So, oh, we can even make it worse. We can activate Spear Wall, and maybe he will bounce against us 1,000,000 times. That would be fun. We move this guy here. Because we want to kill this person. And we move this guy here to start making him panic. Good. Let's move over here and prepare for next turn. Okay. A lot of people will get to attack before this guy, so I'm not gonna use his very strong attack. So, oh wow, that was well played. He made me go to him. Okay. I'm okay using this attack though. So 30, miss. 30, miss. 67, hit. Excellent. Okay, this guy, I will hide him in the bushes The reason for this is because he's really hurt, and I really don't want to engage with him until it's absolutely certain that I will win. Okay, so time to move everyone up. Units can walk one tile on top of other units, and that's exactly what we're doing here. And while it's true that I'm not getting attacks in because I will be taking the space of someone else, like of this guy, I am currently way more interested in surrounding him. And now that he has even panicked, I am more interested in getting all his things. That's why we will start equipping our daggers and doing what I call the surround of doom. Now that we know that he's no longer attacking, we are going to we can show this guy without any fear. And you will see that even though this could get slightly boring, I guess, what we're gonna do here is use only our daggers to kill him. So, do enough? Do we even have enough people for this round? Apparently we don't. Okay, so go here. No, you don't do anything. You go here. And do you have dagger? Yes. You have the dagger. You have to pass. You have to pass. You have to start sneaking in the stabs. 1. That's a shame. I wanted his armor. Whatever. Let's kill him now. So usually what I do is I surround him, and if they're surrounded, they're not able to move, which means they don't try to kill themselves against my guys. Which means I have unlimited time to stab them with the knives until they die horribly. That's what we wanted to do, but we didn't get it. Javelins, they got apparently an additional ammo. We got 1 really good armor and 2 really good helms. And a really good weapon. My god, this I want to use. This is new. No, it's a Morning Star, just has a new visual to it. Cool. Alright. Okay, so the remaining enemies, because obviously we didn't kill everyone, and they beg for mercy. This event used to do nothing before the DLC, so we're gonna test out if this does something now. We'll want to take their arms and chase them away. You let the prisoners off, we're not getting paid for killing them. Yeah, that's kinda true. So it seems like there was no change to that. That event is still uneventful. Ha, ha, ha. Before we reach the town, we would like to level up. Still bro. I like this. I like this. Actually, okay, this is a difficult choice. These 2 are very good rolls. Actually, the health roll is very low. Because of the 2 stars, we could get more. But maybe it's not too bad. 2 melee is really good though. 2 melee defense. So we're gonna take this and... Oh, no. This is the sergeant. What am I doing? So we take all of this. Because we want to keep leveling up his resolve. He's gonna use the standard for everyone banner. And that means his resolve gets thrown onto everyone else. That's cool. Student. Ranged. Health, fatigue. Excellent. Alright. We're accumulating some decent money. That makes me happy. We can even consider more ranged guys. Usually I stop at 2. But I may go for something different this time. However, this amount of money is a little bit crazy for me right now, so I won't. Tools too expensive. What is this? Spear 200. Spear. 200 spear. That's a new thing. I don't even know what this is capable of. But that's... oh, range of 2 tiles. That is very interesting. 40 to 70, it's the same as this. I wonder if it's like literally the same, just pushy and spear instead of polearm. 2500 chance to hit head 5. What is this? 110 chance to hit 5. Okay, so we already see this ignores more armor and deals more damage to armor. The second ability of this is pull, which is incredibly bad. But if the other has spear wall, that could be insane. There is no chance that's the thing, right? I really want to check the wiki. Melee. I don't think people are updating the wiki yet, so please give me a second. However, it would be really cool if they did. Checking the wiki for spears. No, 200 spears are not there. What is this weapon called? Petum. Battle Brothers. The thing is, I'm not buying it yet because it's a big commitment, and if it's not an amazing weapon, I just don't want to do it. New weapons. Developers blog. Okay. Well, everything indicates that it's gonna be a spear with normal spear attacks. And if someone can go ahead and do like a spear wall from 2 tiles away, it just means it's insane. It is really insane. You know what, stream? I think for you I should just buy it. I'm so afraid though. That's like half of our money. Do it. I bought it. I did it. Give me the bad or good news. What's the point of Polearm Mastery? Asks MJP. Polearm Mastery is over here, and they have currently redone what they did. So they did 2 amazing things to Polearm Mastery. The first one is they removed the silly secondary upgrade that it had, and they changed it so that the attack costs now 5. And needless to say, with 5 you can move twice an attack. Usually with polearms you can only move once an attack. And the other thing is that they have added inherently a penalty for attacking in melee range with polearms, and with a mastery you remove it. Actually with all weapons that have range too. So that's important to know. Alright, let's see what mistake we made here. So this is a spear. And we equip it. Bam! And spear wall. We were correct. That attempts to move into melee range. Oh no. I am so sad. That is so sad. Polearm Mastery on a War Banner Bro. That is an interesting question. Well, it's true that it could be great. I don't think the the War Banner is meant for damage. So we will see what we do with that person when the time comes. I am inclined to think that because Spear Wall range 2, that this is working as intended and not just onto melee. Because if it's just into melee, I am the saddest person. Still, 50 to 70 is a very good attack, and this was only 40 to 70, so I guess that's decent. But still, Spear Wall. You know what? We will see. We will see. Let's equip the spoils of the last battle. Which bro do we want to protect the most? This one. We move this here. And maybe we change these 2 positions. This guy's way too hurt. Let's not do that. This guy is still level 1 with amazing stats as a promise. And let's put the caps where they belong. This 70, 70, this is not 70, this is not 70. Additionally, we can now replace this weapon into something amazing. And I can even consider 61, 63. Maybe this bro can use a mace instead of a spear at this point. We like spears at the flanks because it forces either people to go around and waste the turn, or to just have more places to be hit by the spear wall. I have no idea what we bought. Petum. I just really hope for the best. Okay, we have food, we have tools. We don't have enough tools. Oh, these prices. I have not yet found a city with good prices on tools. They're killing me. Shipment blah is going to blah, they're leaving soon. Okay, we need to be paid more. Thank you. About a day to the east. That seems fine. And let's go. Tools are extremely important in the game. You use tools to repair 15 points of condition in any item, which means armor later on requires 1,000,000 tools to be fixed. But early on it means you either are wearing nothing or your weapons break, and you don't want any of those things to happen. Okay, along the way, this is an old message. It just means keep up the work you're doing. So we got to a new place, and the best thing about going to a new place is that there are new quests. That's usually why we take them. We could buy amber shards here, but the prices are really high right now. So we want to make this place a little bit more friendly, and for that, of course, we need to start doing their contracts. Who could we buy here? Monks are very decent. Monks don't have great stats, but they do have good events, and sometimes we just want good events to happen. Thieves, I love them. They're kind of dangerous because they may be wanted by the military forces, but usually they're so cool in the end. So I'm gonna get it. We got I'm gonna say bad. Yeah, bad is a nice. We did not get a great thief, but we will still deck him out with things, because of course they need to wear something. We'll give this to this person, we'll give this to this person, and what do we do about the helmet? We give you a hood again, because we're poor, and we give you this. And which weapon do we give the thief? We give him a spear, like always at the beginning. You think this could be a good crossbowman? I mean, 40 to fatigue and 1 in range. You know what? We will keep an eye. That's not a bad idea. 1 range, 2 fatigue. We'll keep an eye on when he levels. I think that will indicate which path we will take. Because, you know, if I don't start getting some +4s in ranged, 40 is really low. Like, look at these bros. They have 50 already, and they're already missing quite a lot. Any particular reason you prefer crossbow over bows? I'm really on the wall on which one I prefer between the two of them. Is there anything maybe in the attack? That's 15 chance to hit, -3 per tile of distance. And this is -10. I see. You usually want both. Why would you want both? Good questions. I mean, I know that the crossbow is good at piercing armor. Yeah, crossbow mastery gives armor piercing. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. Let's sell some things. Bucklers you should absolutely never use. Always at least have the medium shields. We can sell this safely. We can sell this safely and sell this. And this is a good price. And we forgot to sell it before. But we sold it now. My god, why tools are always so expensive? What is this? Golden Dag. Spear, mace, two-handed. So, because it's written this way, I'm gonna guess that its main attack is a spear-like thing. but the secondary attack is mace-like, so that means it's probably stunning. You know what? We didn't get the boar weapon from the boar spear from that other guy. That's such a shame. Okay. We have bought what we wanted. Okay, one city likes us a lot. Deciding that Dumweld is a good place to invest our efforts. Okay, so we completed that ambition. Very decent. Hopefully they offer us another ambition soon, because I want to get back to 12 brothers. But maybe they will skip it because I already have 9. I really don't know. Oh, we're getting attacked. Interesting, we're getting attacked in the night and I have no idea by whom. Some facts. There's 8 of them, so that is dangerous, but we'll keep it in mind. Okay. Let's start moving forward. If it was goblins, I would have run away already. Yeah. Goblins are just extremely silly. There are no archers, so we'll just shoot. At least doesn't look like there are archers. Yep, no archers. So move 1, attack. Nice. Sneaky stabbing. 1, attack. More stabbing. Move 1, attack. Please give me 1 second. Okay. We'll continue with the killing. We move here, sneaky stabby. Okay, at least the accuracy is very decent. I want to shoot 2 arrows because if I'm lucky, I hit this guy as well. I'm not lucky, never lucky. I'll do a spear wall on this guy. So there's no chance I kill this guy in 1 hit, and this is the only hit I have remaining. And I don't want this guy to retaliate with 2 possibly armor-piercing things. So we are just doing shield wall and then waiting. This guy, of course, is going to delete one of these. 72, 72. Who has a dangerous weapon? This is a cleaver that could hurt. This is a better cleaver, I think. Disappear. Good shot. Bad cleaves. Shield. Bash. Interesting positioning. Of course, now he is exposed to everyone. And we still miss, so it doesn't matter. We will pass the turn with this guy because we still don't know how dangerous it's going to be. Going to get. Attack, attack. Person is fleeing. That's great. Let's try to get a stun. 73% chance to hit. That's amazing. That's just beautiful. Okay, so now we have a flee, stun, and another flee. I'm gonna move here to trigger panic and give surround. What do I want to do with this guy? I mean, everyone is kind of fleeing at this point. So maybe I move here, and then I shoot at this guy who thinks everything is fine. Oh, so this is no longer a thing. Okay, so it used to be that 2 guys away from someone, you could just shoot at them. But if they're enemies, you're no longer allowed to do that. I guess that's fine. Okay, so let's delete someone that's in the way. Annoying. Let's try to kill this guy in 1 shot in the head. Ah, beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it? Isn't it? Finally, we will move through this guy in order to land here, try to give panic to this guy, and also begin attacking. Okay, so this hit him in the head, which is amazing because now I can use the flail to show you how strong the Morningstar is. Oh wow. He got to survive. What did he get? Crushed windpipe. Okay, that's not a bleeding effect, which means he will survive until we kill him. And for that we're gonna... Can I shoot at him? Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, melee shots. And we kill this. And finally... Yeah, there we go. Incredible fight, 0 damage taken, which is great for our tools because we really didn't want to spend any of them. This is my favorite dagger, so I'm happy we got a new one of those. And what else is there? Yeah, food. That's a lot of food actually. That's good. We got one of these, which is not incredibly horrible piece of armor. But I believe nobody leveled. I guess that's fair. Yeah, as soon as you see no archers, I mean, it still was nighttime, so we had some protection. But no archers means they're just dead. 2 people leveled up, which is good, because we're about to have a bigger fight. And for that, we level up, we get student, and look at this. Oh my god, so pretty. So I'm happy we're keeping you in the back. I don't want to die. I don't want you to die randomly. We'll give you way more health because my god, your health is insanely low and your fatigue as well. So this is usually the default choice for my leveling. I know it was 2-pointer here. Sorry, I know it was a 2-pointer here, but these stats are so low that any random crossbow bolt could just destroy this person. And we absolutely don't want that to happen. He's just too good. First guy who reaches level 4. Okay, so I have been looking at how I build my guys, and in general I can tell you I am always gonna go for backstabber. Increases chances to hit. Not only that, for everyone that is on the surrounding thing, it fits the gameplay style that I usually use, which is correct surrounding and killing. Usually because my guys are extremely unlucky. So when I take accuracy things, it's just for the sole purpose of not crying to RNG. So I'm gonna take this. And the cool thing about 2-tile ranged backstabber is that the guys you're using as mid shields are the ones surrounding. So this bonus applies still. Really good. We gain +3 here, +2 here. And between the health and the fatigue, we saw that this guy is fat, so he has extra health but no fatigue. So let's go for this. I saw the you know what, the +3 is really good. +3, +2, +3. That's very decent for a level. Final note, backstabber is amazing even if you later decide to make this guy a frontliner. So one day our plan is to give everyone very heavy armor and a 2-hander, so that they just go forward, and then there's like a talent battle forge. This reduces damage taken, and at that point backstabber still becomes amazing because you're just destroying everyone in melee. Okay, did we get any piece of armor to replace any other piece of armor? Yes, 70. So everyone in the front except this guy has 70, this is 65, correct. We're gonna give this guy the 65 and this guy the 70. There we go. And we don't have any new helmets, we don't need any new shields. We need to put this on someone who has no daggers yet. These two, 55, 59, here you go. And alright, everyone, I'm gonna take a break. I don't know if I will continue streaming, but I am having an insane amount of fun. I will stop right now, especially because this got scary. So those brigands here, they just fought something, and if I attack them now, they will join armies with whomever is in here. So what we're gonna do is wait until they move and maybe kill them alone. or wait until the move and then just attack this place. However, that is going to happen on the next episode of our stream, and I thank you everyone for joining, and I will see you later.